How do I know if reconciliation is actually safe? Because a lot of people are told to just forgive, just move on, just be the bigger person, just reconcile. But reconciliation is not just a feeling, it is not just a conversation, and it is not something you force just because other people are uncomfortable with the distance. In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between forgiveness and reconciliation, why reconciliation requires safety and truth, and 5 signs that a relationship may actually be ready for repair. Hi, I'm John, and this is CLEAVE Answers, where we help you navigate difficult family relationships, boundaries, marriage, faith, and healing through both a spiritual and psychological lens. And if you've ever felt stuck between wanting peace and wanting truth, well, you're in the right place. So let's start here. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same thing. Forgiveness is something you can begin in your own heart with God. But reconciliation requires participation from both people. It requires truth. It requires humility, accountability, changed behavior, and some level of emotional safety. That is why reconciliation cannot be forced. You cannot reconcile with someone who refuses to acknowledge harm. You cannot rebuild trust with someone who keeps denying reality. You cannot create peace with someone who only wants access, but not accountability. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, because they feel pressure from family, church, culture, and even their own guilt just to fix it. But the question is not, do I want things to be better? Well, of course you do. The better question is, are the conditions present for this relationship to become healthier? So here are 5 signs reconciliation may actually be safer. Number 1, there is ownership without excuses. Not, I'm sorry you feel that way. Not, I guess I'm just a terrible person. Not, well, that was a long time ago. But real ownership. Something like, I can see how my behavior hurt you. I crossed a line. I minimized your experience. I want to understand what I did and how to repair it. That kind of ownership creates safety. Number 2, there is curiosity instead of defensiveness. A safe person does not have to agree with everything immediately, but they are willing to listen. They can ask, help me understand. What was that like for you? What do you need going forward? Unsafe reconciliation often feels like a debate. Safe reconciliation feels more like a willingness to understand. Number 3, there is respect for boundaries. Now this one is huge. If someone says they want reconciliation, but they punish you for having boundaries, well, that is not repair. That's pressure. A safer person may not love every boundary, but they can respect it. They can say, I wish things were different, but I'll honor what you need right now. That's really important, because boundaries reveal whether someone is seeking relationship or control. Number 4, there is changed behavior over time. Not just one emotional conversation, not just a dramatic apology, not just a spiritual sounding text. Time matters. Patterns matter. Trust is rebuilt through repeated evidence. So if someone says all the right things, but nothing actually changes, you are allowed to pay attention to the pattern. Words can open a door, but behavior rebuilds trust. Number 5, your body, your spouse, and your discernment are no longer screaming danger. Now, I don't mean you'll feel perfectly comfortable. Reconciliation can still feel vulnerable. But there is a difference between nervous and unsafe. There's a difference between this is hard and this is harming me. If every interaction leaves you spiraling, anxious, confused, sick, shut down, or fighting with your spouse, that is information. Not proof that reconciliation is impossible, but information that more wisdom, time, and safety may be needed. And this is especially important in marriage, because reconciliation with extended family should not come at the expense of the covenant you are building in your own home. Leave and cleave matters. Your marriage matters. Your children matter. Your peace matters. So maybe the goal is not to rush reconciliation. Maybe the goal is to become wise enough to recognize when reconciliation is real. Because real reconciliation does not require denial. It does not require pretending. It does not require sacrificing truth for the appearance of peace. Real reconciliation makes room for truth, grief, accountability, repentance, and repair. When those things are present, healing can become possible. But when those things are absent, distance may still be wise. If this resonates with you, I'd recommend watching our video, True Repentance versus Spiritual Manipulation, because that video goes deeper into the difference between real change and religious-sounding pressure. I think it will really help connect some of the dots for you. And as always, we're super grateful that you're here.